Hello and welcome to my shop. Today we're gonna do something a bit different. I have pieces of equipment which potentially need to move for one reason or another. So we are all on pallets, or at least most of them are, and I'm trying to have pretty much all of them on a pallet. The thing is, the pallets I find around my house are pallets I do not like. The construction of the pallets, and I'll put the picture over here, are not the ones I like. I like another kind, which is called a block pallet. That's what I like to use for multiple reasons. I don't have a forklift, all I have is a pallet jack, and it's pretty high to the floor, a couple of inches. And the regular pallets we find here have a slot on the side for fork, because they're not as tall. And a pallet jack does not fit under those slots. So it's a pain, which means I can only put the jack from one side. I cannot put it on the other side. I don't like this. On block pallets, you can use both sides. It doesn't matter. It works. So I like this best. I think the construction of the pallets I'm going to show you today is much stronger than the regular, let's put it regular kind. And that's what at least that's what I like to use. So we're going to do something which is, I guess, unusual for a woodworker, is destroying a pallet to build another pallet. I'm not picking up pallet wood to build furniture. I'm picking up a pallet type I don't like and converting it into a pallet I like, and I will use around my machines around the shop. So let's do this together, okay? Oh, one more thing. I'll show you some pallets I have here which I want to replace by what we're gonna do together. So the first one is this one. And this is actually the perfect example of what I'm trying to build. This pallet is perfect, but as you see, it's way too big for my combo disc and belt sander. So I want to create another one which is more appropriate for this, and which would take a bit less room in my shop. So this is actually very close to what I'm trying to build. Mine don't need to be as sturdy as this one, so we'll go a little bit different design, but very similar. This one, for this 14-inch bandsaw, is very flimsy, and that's something I tried, which I don't like. I tried to put the blocks between the forks. I don't know how you call these things, but here and here, so we go like this, and I don't like it because it's very flimsy. If I take it and move it a little bit, you'll see it's very unstable. I don't like this, so I want to replace this with the blocks on the outside of the pallet jack. So that's one for this Powermatic 14-inch bandsaw. The next one is this one for the drill press I just bought here, Wilton 20-inch drill press. This pallet is about the right size, but it is a design I don't like. I cannot go on the side if I won't need to, so I want to redo that and put a block pallet instead. That's for the 20-inch drill press. And the last one is this one. That's the horizontal bandsaw. This one is a block pallet, but the wood was crappy, or the pallet was not sturdy enough, and the machine went through the pallet here. So now I have a mess which I need to fix. So I need to lift it up and change the pallet. So I want to have a pallet that is more appropriate for this 800 pounds machine. Okay, so let's do that together. So the first thing we're gonna do is, we have a pallet we don't like and we need to disassemble. It could be fairly easy or extremely hard, depending on the tools you have. And sorry, I'm turning off the volume because the wind was too strong and you couldn't hear me anyways. So you can make it very easy if you use a tool like this. This one is homemade, but you can find them anywhere. We call this, I think, pallet buster. And all you have to do is apply some leverage, and it's gonna lift up the boards and the nails out of the pallet. So I have a pallet I don't like here. I'm going to show you just one example to see how you can use something like this, which works good. So this one's homemade, but you can find these anywhere. So let's go, let's give it a try. What I like to do is stand on the pallet, and in this case I'm going to use one side, and here the nail stayed in there, and they went through the wood, because this is I don't know, it looks like pine, so it's not very high quality even for this kind of pallet. So just get it there. There's the third one, and you keep going like this for everything else. So run up one more real quick. Okay, so I'll stop it here, but you understood the process. It's okay. Now what we're gonna do is simply push the nails out and take them out. That's it. Oh, this one's broke. This one's out too. So what we need to do next is take him out. That's it. And what I like to do is grab the nails, because if like me you do that and you have trailers, or you're gonna drive your truck on top of where you're working, you never know. So I pick all the nails. And you end up with a pile of trash and a pile of boards you can reuse to make new pallets. So in my case here, I have these left over from the coffee table I fixed earlier in the year, and they happen to be the perfect height. So all of this, so I'm gonna just take these. It's the same thing. It's already 2x4s glued up together, because I did 2x4s for my coffee table, as it was one of my first build. So I'm gonna just gonna refurbish this. It's not the right orientation. This would be vertical instead of horizontal, but I don't think it makes any difference. So I'll just repurpose these scraps, which have no purpose to right now, and we're gonna have a second life as a pallet for the shop. And they're white. Makes no difference, but will look good ish. Just a pallet, who cares? So yeah, I'll just cut cubes with this. So we're gonna straight rip to the width. I mean, very the same, about 3.5 by 3.5. So we'll use one as a template. Rip cut, rip cut, rip cut, and then we'll cut on the miter saw the cubes. Easy, easy peasy. Let's just do it. Now we have 3.5 by 3.5. No, actually 3 by 3.5 now. You know, we need to chop them. We're gonna have blocks. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just put this here and mark it. It's gonna be a stop. It doesn't really matter. Here, go to a stop and cut. That's block number 1. Same. Same height. Okay, easy peasy, same thing. Keep going. And I'm gonna wear a face mask because I forgot. Same thing here. So I end up with blocks like this, original ones, the new ones, and a bit longer. Which makes no difference, as long as we have the same height. Makes no difference. So we got enough for a couple pallets over here, and we're gonna need more. So let's go to the next step. So let's see what we need. I need one pallet which is 36 by 42 and 3 pallets which are 36 by 24, and you see there's a common number, 36. Why 36? That's because it's the number that needs to accommodate my pallet jack with the 2 blocks on each side of it, and yeah, the pallet jack is about 28 inches wide, and we said these are about 3.5, a bit short by 3.5. So if you assume 4 on each side, so that's 8, so 28 plus 8 is 36. So that's why we're gonna make 36. Okay, so let's do it. 36 inches it is. Okay, and now 36. 36 is right here. We need to get rid of it. Doesn't have to be super precise. Got 4 blocks at 36. Let's cut some at 24. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take 2 of those, 1 24-inch. We're gonna put this here, and this there. We're gonna use screws, from here. So 1 on this side, 1 in the middle, and 1 on the left here. We're gonna do it like this, and then we're gonna start putting 1 like this, 1 like this, and then we're gonna go again like this. Okay. So all I need is a drill, and I'm using deck screws. These are 1 5/8, and that's pretty much it. So let's do it. I'll square it with a frame quickly. It doesn't have to be perfect. that much better. If I need to, I can go that way too. Still rolling. There we go. Then you're going to go closer to the wall. Here. So here's the second pallet for the combo disc and belt sander. And the last one for the horizontal bandsaw. I just swapped the pallet to a new one, to a good one I had under the sander. So I hope you enjoyed this unusual video for a woodworker. We're taking a pallet to make a pallet, not furniture. And that's what I do pretty much every time I buy a piece of equipment, which I'm going to put in the shop. I want a sturdy pallet. So that's the process I use every time. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll catch you later.